Muslim tickets, Christian tickets, jihadist tickets. Even the one Tinubu is running now, they call Tinubu to come and be vice president. Tinubu said no. Because we are saying something now that Buhari is not Buhari. Buhari was desperate to rule. And that's why he lule for the third time. Carnally, the person he pick can die before campaign. Even the very person that said he wanted to contest, Tinubu too can die before the sworn in. Nobody has ever predicted the lifespan of Tinubu, and the Bible said we cannot add 1 day to our time. I don't know the mind of Tinubu.
Because a lot of...
I don't know the mind of Tinubu. Anybody who wanted to grumble should go and see Tinubu. Why do you do this? It will not waste any time. But they're just making punch to sell, everything to sell. Look at the other day when we went to do the layer. I was telling the Almighty God, enough is enough. Enough is enough. They wrote us a letter as a Christian that we should not open church. We should not go to night vigil. God has from a day to Ilea sent down rain. And let the rain stop by Wednesday. And let the rain carry part of the ram away. And let their cars in the high places be choked with water. And the Lord answered the prayer. Herbalist tickets or lantern tickets. We've got everything wrong. And when two wrongs cannot make what? Make it right. And those people who are thinking for Tinubu, and people should not misquote me. I'm not saying that Tinubu is a president. They say who will win the election? Among these people who will win the primary, that's what they asked me. So what the way they are putting it out is as if I was just coming from God yesterday, who gave me the ticket that I should give it to Tinubu. No, now.
But they thought you handed the ticket to...
So I'm not a politician.
Well, it's another very lovely, wonderful day. Today, the 14th day of the month of July. It's a beautiful Thursday. Again, as we meet the Nostradamus of our time, the oracle, the man of God, the servant of Jehovah, Lord God Most High, on issues relating to lifestyle and the development of the nation and message to the nation according to some of the prediction books, and especially the prediction 2022 and some other past predictions with things that are coming out now which we need to highlight so that we can get the direction. And we're also going to talk to him about the democratic atmosphere in Nigeria. What is the position of the Spirit of God, and how do we come out of especially the Muslim tickets of the leading political party, which is the All Progressive Congress, where there have been warnings in past prediction that the chief flag bearer should leave politics, depart from politics, but on to recent time when maybe some necessities, political necessities, allowed a change in orientation by the man of God. We are to speak with Prophet Dr. MKO Tibetan, the clergy and the author of the annual Revelation book. Sir, we are very privileged to be with you today, sir, and
thank you,
I want to thank you for another wonderful time. And we're looking at what is going on in the country, and we just stumbled your Sunday preaching where you said you gave a kind of a rehash, a spiritual rehash analysis of political stability and instability in the country, and some of the actors, those who lifted the hand of Moses and those who brought down the hand of Moses, under the topic Oshelu and Ojelu. And a lot of people are wondering, till this very moment, people are still wondering that why the sudden change. Why do you decide to say every other person is Ojelu, and you appear to have accepted one Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the flag bearer of All Progressive Congress in the 2023 election? A lot of people believe that if every other person can become Ojelu, then probably Bola Tinubu too is part of the 1999 political conundrum that have driven us up to this time. And looking at what happened recently, just last week, Sunday, he was in Daura. During the weekend, I think Saturday, and from there he named former Governor Shetima of Borno State, the immediate past governor of Borno, as his running mate, and a lot of people felt so uncomfortable. A lot of critical, opinionated people have been raising their voice, especially from the Christian community, which I think they have their opinion, they have the right to exhibit the fear that why should we have a Muslim ticket, especially at a time when there is a lot of religious intolerance in the country and security challenge, social upheaval from the south to the north and all over the country, that maybe Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not sensitive enough and is not politically pragmatic enough and is not conscientious enough to understand the social atmosphere of the Nigerian people and the political atmosphere in the polity. Because in 2011, even President Muhammadu Buhari, who was an aspirant at that time, was able to feel the atmosphere when he went for Pastor Suli Bakari of Literary Church to compensate his popularity from the north. He was able to go for a pastor, a Christian, and in 2015, he repeated the same. Even when it was alleged that Bola Tinubu wanted to force himself upon him to make him the number 2, but he said, no, we need a Christian to balance the sheet. There must be balance of equation. And they went for Pastor Yemi Osibajo. Then in APC, we see how people like Pastor David Babashelawa, which is the former SGF, a very brilliant northern Christian from Adamawa State. So why will Bola Ahmed Tinubu go to chase and pick somebody from Borno who is a Muslim, and a very conk Muslim at that? So sir, that's why we are before you today, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Yes, sir.
The way you pull it is not, there's a little too smart in there. When you see, we've been wasting money right from the independent era. Number 2 or not number 2?
No, the vice president.
Yeah, it's not relevant to what we have on ground. You can go and take a herbalist, you can go and take anybody, but it's the Almighty God there who is going to make the rain fall, and who is going to stop the rain. Then when you look at David and Goliath,
that's in the Bible.
Yeah, David was a warrior. He said in the book of 1 Samuel 17 from verse 1 to 5, he said, there are things you have not known about me. He said, when I was trying to take care of my father's flocks, there was a day when a bear came in, and a tiger. He said he was attacking the first one, when the other one was dragging the animal away. He said, but at last, I killed the 2 of them. Just one person.
That's David.
Then when you look at the power the Lord gave to Samson, in the book of Judges 8, Judges 9, and Judges 5, he said, Samson was the only man who was guiding the city for several years.
Okay, sir.
Not until when he ran into the hand of Delilah, who requested for the power, to tell him where the power was. And then at the end of the day, they pulled out his 2 eyes. And then Samson was powerless.
That's Samson,
yes,
the great warrior.
When you look at the book of First, when you look at Samuel 16, from verse 20, he said, can you put my hand on the wall so that I can redeem the insult given to God? And they pull it, then the wall, everything collapsed. And then the people he destroyed that day was recorded for him that they are more greater than the people he created he killed when he was alive. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
So the simple thing, to come to your question, when you look at this country,
yes, sir,
we have a lot of noisemakers. You see, when you are playing Chelsea versus Liverpool, people will be telling you, oh, in 1921, 1972, 1966, Chelsea defeated Liverpool in this type of trophy. But those people saying those things, they've never wanted to be on the field to tap the ladder.
And they are analysts.
Yeah,
they are the juggernauts and the analysts.
Yes, they are analyzing.
And they are also critics.
Those people who are on the field,
yes, sir.
The 11-11 making 22. Then the referee and the sideman, which is the linesman. So those are the people that are going to be paid for that day. But those people who came there to watch the football match, they call them spectators. We have a lot of noisemakers and spectators in Nigeria, but they cannot enter the field to play. And I've seen a tough match before, where they beat the goalkeeper, and it was the striker and the goal post, and the Lord Himself sent the angel to save the post. And when the man said, "Oh, that's the end," and he just shot to the open net, then the ball now rolled to the edge of the pole, and then hit it and come back. So he used iron as a goalkeeper. Then the goalkeeper ran back again to come and pick the ball. But everybody there has been shouting, say, "Go!" But at the end of the day, God is the author and the finisher of all these things. Politics or not politics in Nigeria, we don't know how to do politics. Even the man who created the Bible said too, when you remember the book of Genesis 25, 24, and Genesis 26, 27, and 28, he said, go back to the family of my wife and bring a wife for Isaac. And when they brought the wife, the numbers of years and months that Abraham waited, not having a child, happened to Isaac again. Who is in charge of all these things? God. I want you to go back. I want to bring you back to history, the
genealogy.
Yeah, to let you know that who is human being. Only tani eniyan. It's just like a fresh air blowing under the apple tree.
But there's a different thing that eniyan. Then tani eniyan Ọlọ́run that's
the word was in Israel. Okay, so let me try that yourself. It's very, very simple. When you look at it, what I was trying to explain to you, he took Abraham to tough time. He has his own 2 kids, two women. In Genesis 15:1-5, he said, "How can I go? He hold me." He said, "Sir, you don't shout on me like that. Go and count the star. Go to the Bible and count the sound. I'm getting there." He said, "I cannot count it." He said, "Okay." So that is how your family on surface of the earth will be.
The number of the children of the family.
Then
the number of the children.
Ishmael was from their housemate. Then the original son came from Sarah. You know there's a miracle there that happened in that place. In the book of Genesis 17, Genesis 18. In Genesis 17 from verse 18. Genesis 17.
Abraham sì fún Ọlọ́run pé kí Ishmael kí ó wà láàyè níwájú rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run sì wí pé Sára aya rẹ̀ yóò bí ọmọkùnrin kan fún ọ ní tòótọ́. Ìwọ ó sì sọ orúkọ rẹ̀ ní Ísákì. Èmi ó fi ìdí májẹ̀mú mi múlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ ní májẹ̀mú ayérayé àti pẹ̀lú ìrú ọmọ rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Èmi sì ti gbọ́ àdúrà rẹ̀ fún Ishmaeli. Kíyèsí, èmi ó sì bù sí fún, èmi ó sì mú bí sí, èmi ó sì sọ di púpọ̀ gidigidi. Ìjòyè 12 ni òun ó bí, èmi ó sì sọ di orílẹ̀-èdè ńlá. Ṣùgbọ́n májẹ̀mú mi ni èmi ó bá Ísákì dá, ẹni tí Sára yóò bí fún ọ ní àkókò ìwòye àmọ́dún. ó sì fi sílẹ̀ ní bíbá sọ̀rọ̀. Ọlọ́run sì lọ sókè kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Ábúráhámù. Ábúráhámù sì mú Íṣímẹ́lì ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin àti gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin tí a bí nílé rẹ̀ àti gbogbo àwọn tí a fi owó rẹ̀ rà, gbogbo ẹni tí í ṣe ọkùnrin nínú àwọn ènìyàn ilé Ábúráhámù, ó sì kọ wọ́n ní ilà ara ní ọjọ́ náà gan bí Ọlọ́run ti sọ fún un. Ábúráhámù sì jẹ́ ẹni 99 ọdún ní ìgbà tí a ti kọ́ ní ilà ara rẹ̀, àti Íṣímẹ́lì ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin jẹ́ ẹni ọdún 13 ní ìgbà tí a kọ́ ní ilà ara rẹ̀. Ní ọjọ́ náà gan ni a kọ Ábúráhámù ní ilà, àti Íṣímẹ́lì ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin àti gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin ilé rẹ̀ tí a bí nínú ilé rẹ̀ àti tí a sì fi owó rẹ̀ rà lọ́wọ́ àlejò ni a kọ ní ilà pẹ̀lú rẹ̀.
Do you know how the Lord make that magic?
How, sir?
He has already asked Ishmael will not be part of the covenant, but Isaac. Then his 3 angels that were going to Sodom, when this man called them with his own character, God never ordained or even forced Abraham to give them food. But it's already inbuilt in the life of what? Abraham. Then he now called, he said, come, sir, can you just join me because the sun is too much? God can change man. It's only man cannot change God. You get the point? So, Muslim or non-Muslim, when the deputy was coming into this world, do they wrote it on his back that he's a Muslim? Do they wrote it on Tinubu that Tinubu is a Muslim? But these are fashionable things. It's a fashionable thing. You get what I'm saying? Do you know a Christian can change to Muslim? You see, to me, it's very hard. It's not hard.
That a Christian can
change to a Muslim. Out of 10, in 10 years, we can see 5. But it's easier for Muslim to change to what? In Christianity. And then he has a good teacher that will teach him the Bible at the age of 40. And he was so vibrant and good in reading the Bible.
But Tinubu is almost...
hold on.
Aged man.
Don't bring Tinubu in now.
Okay, sir.
So when you look at all this thing here, this is what the Lord was doing. You know, this is politics.
Inside the Bible?
Yeah, that is politics. I'm trying to bring you down to the foundation of the whole thing. Then the last one, Isaac now become a great person. Then he has his own baby, having twins. Then when the twins came, he now said, oh, we are very happy you having a twins today. What was the mind of God? Just like somebody wanted to go and differ on the children. He said, I love Jacob more than Esau. He said, sir, how do you want to do that? And the boy played the role throughout. He said, I love Jacob more than what? More than Esau. And then when you look at chapter 26, he collected his birthright. In 27 again, he collected the last prayer. Then in 28, he saw the angel ascending and descending. Then in 30, from verse 26, he said, now I know I'm in pain. If Joseph can pay, if Jacob can pay for his sin, then nobody can go scot-free. If they made Muslim ticket, you remember, you are not too young, Abakari, during the COVID time. And where is Abakari? Whom they opened his office and met a verse, presidency 2023. We've buried Abakari for quite a long time. Then you remember Funtua. Then if he's alive to him, he could even contested for want to be a president. He was the one that collected the biggest contract in the regime of whom? Buhari. That's number one. Then number two, do you remember Gumi and then Cabo airline? It's the first airline the Arab people have, the Muslim people have. Some people fly without tickets. And where is the Cabo airline now? It's gone. Not to stress you, my brother. Muslim tickets, Christian tickets, jihadist tickets. Even the one Tinubu is running now, they call Tinubu to come and be vice president. Tinubu said no. Because we are saying something now that Buhari is not Buhari. Buhari was desperate to rule. And that's why he lule for the third time. So he has nothing to say before Tinubu. Tinubu is his master. Till tomorrow is his boss. Then when you look at the whole thing,
you call him my partner. That's what Buhari says.
He cannot be a partner of a failure. Tinubu is a champion. He cannot be.
He's a political partner.
No. He's a champion in his field. In everything Tinubu touch, we see the professionalism in it. It is only every 4 years or 3 years that Buhari normally cried after he's lost. He's a bad player. You know, when you play Chelsea, Barcelona, you win this year, next time you win again, so it's still a game. But Buhari did not know the rhythm of to be a politician. He didn't have that instinct in him. And he came now like a robot, and you see what happened. So that's what really happened. The fact remains that Tinubu helped them out of their trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sir.
So Tinubu was the one that brought Oshibajo to come and be vice president. If they put in there again the other day as Muslim, we are not bothered. Nigerians are so stupid then saying that, oh, the man who is so disciplined, who will never allow them to steal money. I say it's a lie. It was in the prediction book that 2015 that Buhari is people's choice and not God's choice. And what is going to do to us, we will never forget it. And that's what really happened. So for anybody now to worry about ticket or no ticket.
Buhari will win the presidential election, though he is the people's choice, not God's choice.
Not God's choice.
1 Samuel 9 and 10.
That's it, sir.
To Buhari must not be picked from Ogun State if Yorubas want to get it right. So, no,
and they don't even worry they pick the man from Ogun State. Everything around the place was wrong. You see that one, it has been written. They wrote it there. I'm not just writing it now. That even though pick the vice president from Ogun State, and the regime will not be super. How many times has Buhari traveled and hand over the Aso Rock to Oshibajo that was a Christian? You were thinking the ticket was so fine. Yes, the picking was wrong spiritually. So, but now you are now seeing the one they are now doing now, carnally. The person he pick can die before campaign. Even the very person that said he wanted to contest, Tinubu too can die before the sworn in. Nobody has ever predicted the lifespan of Tinubu, and the Bible said we cannot add 1 day to our time. But the only thing the Lord revealed to us, there are only 3 people.
Yes, sir.
Your son, your daughter wanted to marry. You told your daughter not to flirt.
Yes, sir.
Then he now came home with these 3 names. These are people disturbing me for what? Asking my hand for what?
For love and marriage, sir.
Yes.
Marital affections.
Then we now pray on it. They said this one will be okay. This one will not fornicate. This one will not do this. One will not do this. That doesn't mean the man said that's the best in life. But for the 3 you brought, this one is the best for now. Then again, when they are going home, he can involve in an accident and they may even not be Bob in the room. Then a banana peel now pull the boy off. Then he lost his spinal. Will your daughter still marry? So don't bother about all these things. God has the key. He said when you see the poor and the rich fighting, he said don't bother about them. Then let me, God, who has the acclaimed in my hand in heaven, work on them. So that's it. So the ticket or no ticket, usually Nigerians cannot wash. They like to make noise. Even the noise cannot change scene. Why don't we wait and see? Why don't we wait and see?
So people are really angry, sir.
Yeah, they may be angry in their house. If they're angry, they should go to Aso Rock.
Look at this man of God, sir.
Of bad leadership.
Look at this man of
We
God.
have gone from bad leadership, or maybe we started with lack of visionary leadership, then we graduated to bad leadership. Now there is no leadership. There is no governance. It is the current president of the ruling party that was packaged and sold to us. I have said before.
That's Pastor Abraham Sam.
It was almost like forgery that was presented to us. Was packaged and dress in a garb of Democrat, born again Democrat, whatever, and say an ex-general, he will stop insecurity, he will fight corruption, and part of the people that packaged him and sold him to us 2014, 2015 is the current presidential candidate, and we see all the failure. Blood has been flowing, both the blood of Christian, non-Christian, Muslim, everybody. Blood is soaked together. Nobody is safe. Instead of coming to us, you're sorry, but it's the same presidential, the president and the leader of APC that play this religion, the politics of religion, this politics of identity, this politics of exclusion, because it started with all his lopsided appointment. This is the first time in history of Nigerian politics that the national electoral chairman, the national chairman of INEC will come from the same region and the same religion with the president. Even under military, it wasn't so. This is the first time you have a situation where the president of the country and the CNC is a Muslim from the north. The Senate leader, the Senate president is a Muslim from the north. The speaker of the candidate that is not reading and all of that. So they know what they do. They know that they don't allow a vote to count. That's why they are confident to do this. But we have decided this time we will make rigging difficult for them. I was one of the electoral monitors in the last 2019 election. I was in situational room. And we're mobilizing more. My organization, Catalyst for Peace and Justice, we're going to be in the front line. Custodian of National Consensus, PFN, ESCO, CAN ESCO, I trust the Catholic Bishop Conference. We will mobilize. We want them to pay a high tuition fee. Whether they win or lose, they will learn that you don't trample people because they are tolerant. You don't trample people because you think you have bought some few people that can compromise. We're going to teach them a lesson. So we're telling Christians, yes, keep praying. Let's cry to God that these people, instead of elevating our pain and the blood has been flowing, and many of our people that are in captivity, instead of elevating it, they're exalting themselves, they're brandishing themselves, and gaslighting us. Gaslighting us. We want to teach them. We're already mobilizing, Dr. Ruben, to get to your question. We will mobilize. We will do everything within our power. Some of us, even if we die in the process, it's worth it. The reason we're enjoying democracy now, is it not because the great MKO gave his life for it? And I'm glad every time they're talking and making reference, every time I see Tundu, I say, this man is a great man. If you are just staying in business enjoying his money, the things happen now. So if some of us die in the process, let it be. I don't seek for political office in CAN or PFN. But the reason I fought for victory when under Ahmed Tinubu they wanted to demolish that church, I said even if it's Celestial Church of Christ, because the name of Christ is there, I will fight. If you kill me in the process, Jesus will say welcome, welcome. So we are mobilizing, we'll mobilize, except they engage us and convince us otherwise, not on TV. And not showing some arrogance because you feel you are invincible. You don't lose any battle. You don't lose any election. The article I wrote before Governor Tinubu was going for second term is the battle Tinubu cannot win. I said, don't think because you have won all the controversial battle and the scandal battle in your process of politics, you now think that you can take on church, you can take on anybody, and you are invincible. Don't allow the virus of Nebuchadnezzar that drove him to the wilderness for 7 years to go and learn that the Most High is one that rules in the affairs of men and give it to whomsoever I will. But sometimes, that's the pain. I wanted to read Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. He says sometimes God sets on the affairs of men the lowest, the basest of men. It's not always the best and the brightest. But we're going to teach them lessons. We're going to teach them lessons.
Sir, this man is making noise.
No, this is
no, he's making noise.
No, he's talking about the Muslim ticket.
Forget about it. Buhari said he never have trust in anybody. That anybody who is not a Fulani cannot work with him. What's he doing? Why doesn't he go to Abuja? Why is he gathering these 50 people and then be making noise? This is a noise.
No, their men is not.
Uncle, this is noise. He knows where to go. If he wanted to be our Samson, let him go. If he wanted to be our Daniel, let him go there. If he wanted to be the Enoch, let him go there. Why don't he come out and contest? What is he talking about?
Even Kwakwanso, he says
Uncle, Kwakwanso, didn't want this. Benga, I will leave your interview.
Okay, sir.
I don't want these things.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
I don't want all these things.
Okay, sir.
You are talking to a prophet.
Okay, sir.
Don't bring Kwakwanso. I don't know Kwakwanso.
No, he's a former.
And I don't want to know him.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
He said Tinubu should go and treat his.
That is an advice. But some people have died of recent that is not sick at all.
Okay, sir.
Yes, that came from the OPEC. That one,
no, that's the
he did not complain of early illness. He said in the book of Proverbs 3, verse 16.
Okay,
he said, length of days is in our right hands. Yeah. We should not, he has no right to tell Tinubu to go and take care of himself. Is he his doctor? Is he his boyfriend? Are they related? Are they related? We should forget it. He cannot be his best friend. Cannot be his best friend. You should forget about that. You see all these ones?
Yes,
we can stop the interview because
no, sir.
I don't put my hand in things.
Yes,
I'm a prophet. Whatever I see, I tell you. Don't tell me Kwakwaso's story. I don't want to know Kwakwaso. I don't want to know what that pastor is saying. Or what he was saying, I put that in book for long. You can recommend the book to him. You can't recommend him to me. I only have to recommend my book to him. Because it's not his here. He's only making noise.
Yes, sir.
So what really happened is either Muslim ticket or herbalist ticket or lactan ticket. We've got everything wrong. And when two wrongs cannot make what? Make it right. And those people who are thinking for Tinubu, and people should not misquote me. I'm not saying that Tinubu is a president. They say who will win the election. Among these people who will win the primary, that's what they asked me. So what the way they are putting it out as if I was just coming from God yesterday, who gave me the ticket that I should give it to Tinubu. No, now.
But they thought you've handed the ticket to him.
I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician.
Yes, sir. No, divinely, sir.
I'm not a politician.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Even I was a prophet in the Bible, Isaiah 38 from verse 10. He said Ezekiel is going to die. And the Lord returned him back again. Go and tell Ezekiel. Ezekiel was grumbling about the message. Yes, tell him he goes to stay 15 years. And that a lot of is in the Bible.
Yes, sir.
So that's all. Then when you look at the book of 1 Kings 14, 1 Kings 15, then when you look at 1 Samuel 8, 9, and 10, he said, when you get to that city, perform the miracle and leave. Don't eat from anybody.
That's a young prophet, sir.
Yeah, then I give you the quotation from verse 14. So when you look at it, there is not in the Bible, and nobody revealed it to David, that Absalom is going to attack him. Nobody ever revealed it to him. But he attacked him.
That's his first son, sir.
His first son.
Scion of the dynasty, sir.
Yes.
He's very handsome.
And the whole thing, I'm just trying to tell them that amongst these people going to contest for the primary, who will win? That's what you people are. Look at your question now. Who is going to win the primary? That's what you asked me.
Yes, sir.
You never asked me who's going to be president. So what's the
why you want to even know who will be president?
When they get to the campaign, even some of them can still be shot in the campaign. Accident can still happen. Look at what happened to America when the president of America was shot.
No, that's
Kennedy.
Then
they still have that very money. He's still having the God of you. I'm going out to what? To perform my civic right. But he never knew that would be the end of his day.
Even Japanese Prime Minister recently
was chased out of his office.
No, it was shot during the
yes, and the other man was chased out of the presidential villa. From
Sri Lanka, sir.
Sri Lanka.
No, he just jumped from the windows and they took over the front and the swimming pool. There's a crowd, so he has to use the back door of the villa, sir.
Because the masses has been too gentle. In Nigeria, we only know how to talk. We don't know how to fix things. Go to the port, where the life of the country lies. You get there, you see all Muslim in customs. When you get to NNPC, it's Muslim, everything. What are you talking about this? Why are we just deceiving ourselves that we are fake Christian in this country? We are very minute. Go to Alausa when they wanted to do Salah. Go to Alausa when they are breaking their fasting. When they are giving ram, dropping ram everywhere. One person buy 50, 80 rams. Then sharing it to people. Then you see Nigerian Christian using okuiko and momo and chicken and fowl. Then who are the Christians in Nigeria? How many are the can you tell me the number of Christians in Nigeria?
46%.
46.
Yes, sir.
We are
Southern and Northern Christians, sir.
Uncle.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how many Christians they have killed in the north? Do you know how many Christians they have killed in Kano, Kaduna, and everywhere? Who are the people coming out to fight for it? Then go out in the night and say you want to sleep in any celestial church in Abaranje. They will tell you, no, go and bring your identity card. Go and bring this, go and bring that. They go to any masalasi and they say, Assalamu alaikum. And then you talk to the president. After that, he will tell you, you want to sleep. Then you sleep in the mosque. Do we like ourselves? There's no love. And when you look at Matthew 23, from 1 to 5, Matthew 23, 18 to 24. Then when you look at the book of Luke 8, Luke 9, then Luke 8, 31 to 39 to the end, everything is there. So ticket or no ticket, my brother, we should allow the sleeping dog to what? To lie. The noise is too much. That is why the Northerners never respect us. They believe we are all noise maker. At times, there was when Oni was still alive, they gave Oni a contract to do on roads. And later they phone at night and tell Oni again not to do it. That they're going to give him another, they are going to give another person that road. He should take the money. Why? Because they were digging gold, digging the mineral resources from his end. Then when you look at Rufus Giwa, the same thing. They gave them contract. They are not contractors. They call them. And this is how they have been buying us since independence. You get what I'm saying? So, Christian or Muslim or non-Muslim, don't worry. Are we not praying for the country to be fixed? Then if there is no election, because what I saw in September and October, there may not be election. Do you know the Yoruba nation, something has skipped second reading? In UK, they will finish with it. And the Yoruba nation will be announced. So then are we still going to have Abuja having anything again? Are we bringing Abuja to Lagos? It's just like the Igbo people who are making noise that they are going to vote for Kakwakuso in Lagos. Did Lagos belong to the Igbo? If there is no election, then we are going to Yoruba nation. Are you still going to wake us to vote for Obi?
No, sir.
So don't worry about these things. He said, time and tide, wait for no man. And then Ecclesiastes 3, from verse 1 to 10, he said there is time for everything under heaven. So leave time through. Time is the greatest healer. It will come rolling at you see. There was a time when the message came for Alafi.
Yes, sir.
Alafi was in the palace of Olubadan for the burial. And the message came the same day. Then when he was living there, they were drumming for him like this and that. We don't care. And when it was time for the Almighty God, he brought the casket and he entered the casket. He can't even stay 48 hours. He left that day. And he was buried according to Muslim rite. And when they moved in again, they said, the Oya people came. That's their own luck.
The Oya people?
I don't know.
Yeah, they were strangling the burial with the Muslim people, sir.
Ticket or no ticket, my brother, I have not seen anything bad. They've not revealed anything bad too. I don't know. They've not released. I don't know the mind of Tinubu.
Because a lot of...
I don't know the mind of Tinubu. Anybody who wanted to grumble should go and see Tinubu. Why do you do this? It will not waste any time. But they're just making punch to sell, everything to sell.
Oh, we need punch newspaper, sir.
Yes, sir. So that's the problem. So don't worry, I'm not dragging or hammering or saying anything. No. Tinubu has his honors. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. And that's a man who has not lost election before. He has not lost election. Obasanjo was a president. He lost election in his village. The 2 times he lost. Oshibajo, the vice president in Lagos, before he relocated his membership to Ogun State, he lost twice. And these are the people. Then the present president lost 3 times. He still has a good record on how to handle people. And he has been doing his grand work. And if he finishes his grand work, and let's see what happened. You can't tell me the name of my baby when I did not show you the history, unless you are a prophet. So we should leave everything that way.
So in 2018, I could see that your book, for Aswaju Bola Tinubu, you reminded him some things. You said you should recall what was predicted to you in year 2016 and 2017 to pray hard not to bury any of your children, but you never listen. He now said, pray not to lose any of your wives or concubines in any auto crash. Pray against the inferno on your property. The merger of CPC and ACN didn't pay the masses, as well as those at the green corridor, because the candidate you pick is people's choice and not God's choice. Then you now say, be careful with the president and remember that he's fanatic who never believe in others than himself. You need to take Nigerians out of this political mess, and if not, God will surely do that one day.
And that's what he's doing now.
Nigerians from the hands
That's what he's doing now. That was what is that prediction. You can even show it to people.
No, this is
Yes, now. He took us there. He should go and bring us back.
That's 2018.
Yeah. We don't need to stress. If we can read all these books. The Lord has spoken already.
You say you need to act fast. For Yoruba, this says Mafio Komida no Ojokon ni anko.
That's what
Tell the president, vice president, senate president the truth, and also that the masses are not happy with their governance. That's from page 126 to 129 of prediction 2018, sir. The message are loaded there, but what really shocked me is that he said he should leave politics. He said, but you advised him to take Nigerians out of the problem. Yeah. Then you said, do not nominate any member of your family as the governor of Lagos State after the regime of Ambody. Tell the governor to build more low-cost housing estate for Lagosians to live well. You know. So, and you advise him, tell the right government to construct more refineries and not rely on the refinery of Aliko Dangote and work on the bitumen in Ondo State and elsewhere. Then between now and 2020, there will be mass deportation of Nigerians from America, London, and Europe, which will put the country in chaos. You've given me a lot, so I'm wondering why you now went back into politics now.
Yeah, but you didn't listen to what you read.
Yes, sir.
They say he was the one that took us to that trouble, to the lion den.
Yes.
It's you who know what you and Buhari has discussed at the back of the door. Then tell Nigerians are not happy. That's it. Then automatically now bring us back.
Then you say it is high time you quit politics, but there's time for everything on earth.
Yes. Let him go and bring us back and go and relax.
But you need to
He's doing his last job.
Yes, sir. You need to take Nigerians out of this political mess, and if not, God will surely do that one day and run Nigerians from the hands of the bad leaders. Isaiah 54, 41, 42, 43, 55, 2 Kings 12.
That's it, sir.
That's preacher 2018, sir.
That's it, sir. So that's the reason why I was telling you, allow that pastor to make his noise. All this has been written. All this has been written. They will be talking as if heaven will fall tomorrow, and it's a lie.
And their fear is that why Muslim ticket? That is not sensitive.
Sir,
that is not emotional.
Go to Alausa.
Yes, sir.
Go to the secretariat Alausa. Hardly you can meet a Christian.
But is that good? I mean,
then what are you going to do to correct it? Ask yourself now. It's only war. And you people do not want to go to war. If they should even tell the Christian, if the Muslim are doing wedding for their children and they invited you, they gave you 20 million. Won't you go there to cover?
Definitely we are going to cover.
These are the things. Live and let live the life that we are following. Look at the other day when we went to do the layer. I was telling the Almighty God, enough is enough. Enough is enough. They wrote us a letter as a Christian that we should not open church. We should not go to night vigil. God has from a day to Ilea sent down rain. And let the rain stop by Wednesday. And let the rain carry part of the ram away. And let their cars in the high places be choked with water. And the Lord answered the prayer. And if Elijah can act for God, why will I not be able to act for God? And that's what is the book of 1 Kings 17, 18, and 19. He said, King, go back to your house, verse 22. That the rain is coming today. So that is it. Everywhere has been covered. Everywhere are covered by the Muslim. This is what is in their plan since independence. Don't waste your time. Don't shout anyhow. You'll be what? You'll be a whipping team.
A whipping team?
Yes, sir.
Or willing wheeler, sir.
And when you get to Aso Rock, the language they are speaking there is what? Is Hausa. Then when Okojo Wela was in the array of the finance minister, if you cannot speak Igbo or an Igbo person, you will not be employed. The only way out of this thing is let the Yoruba go. Let the Igbo go. What are the Igbo doing about their going now too? Because they don't know their left from their right. And Igbo are now fighting for property in Lagos. Supposing Odua nation stand tomorrow. What happened to them during the Civil War will happen again. Run and leaving property in Lagos and run away. The Yoruba people will not tolerate them. They will not. We are not the same. So my brother, ticket or no ticket, don't worry. Pray for yourself. Pray for your children. Work hard so that you can sleep well. Work hard every day so that when you get to bed, you will not be rolling. Then tell God, give me my what? My daily bread. Because it said in the book of Matthew 6 from verse 10. Then it said in Matthew 6 from verse 18. He said one servant cannot serve two masters. Then he said in the book of John 14, John 15, and John 16. He said, I'm the vineyard. Just continue to bear good fruit. I will give you more strength to bear more. When they wanted to build the Redeem, there are a lot of waivers that the Muslim gave to Christian in Redeem. Don't pay for this, don't pay for this, don't pay for this, don't pay for this. Then again, go to Oyedepo, go to all of them. These are things they have enjoyed. Then how can they say the truth again? How can somebody be a Prophet Suleiman? He's not Nigeria.
Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is Iginla, somebody is all this. Because they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. What we are facing now will still happen by 2030 in Britain. What this prime minister that resigned has put to them, we made them smell hell.
You mean
by 2030?
Boris Johnson?
Yes, the Muslim will stand them. Because all the position there now has been what? Has been occupied by the Muslims. In Britain, in that island. When you get to some area in London, everywhere you see the Arab. There again, they have 7 wives. They have 13 wives. But now the British government now reverse everything. Not giving them money for child caring, something again.
Charity.
That's why they are reducing, because they came in very en masse, thinking that the empire can still be attacked one day.
welfare package.
Yes, they think the island will still be, they can attack it one day.
And acquire it.
Yes. Look at the mayor of London now. He's a Muslim. Go to the House of Assembly, go to the lower house, even of recent. Even that is the last year or this year. Another man stabbed a member of parliament to death with dagger. In UK. He's everywhere. This thing is everywhere.
That is Mayor Sadiq Khan.
Yes, was stabbed to death. Then when you look at the life of in the Bible again, he was telling us again in the book of Genesis 16 from verse 10. Can you read? And they wanted to be in the front. And there's no book, no education. But they want to be in the front. What is the meaning of Boko Haram?
They say the book is haram. The education is haram.
Genesis 15:12.
To study what?
Ọwọ́ rẹ̀ yóò wà lára ènìyàn gbogbo.
Yes.
Ọwọ́ ènìyàn gbogbo yóò sì wà lára rẹ̀. Òun ó sì máa gbé iwájú gbogbo àwọn arákùnrin rẹ̀. Ó sì pe orúkọ Olúwa tí ó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìwọ Ọlọ́run tí ó rí mi.
Ìwọ Ọlọ́run tí ó rí mi.
Yes.
Ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run ń bẹ lára mi.
So that's it. That's it. So why are we now here? Now there was a time I was shouting for the past 4 years that Dangote is not bringing in cement again. He's only carrying people from Turkey, from everywhere into Nigeria. What are the chief and everybody doing? We should try and locate and make sure that our area are properly secured. And since 1999, they were giving us a security vote. What is Oshoba did with his own security vote? What did Daniel do with security vote in Ogun State? What did Acclaimed did with the security vote? What did Mimiko did with security vote? What did Ambode and the rest of them in Lagos, Tinubu and all of them did with security votes? Security now is a trouble. Now we are now paying dearly for security. Rather for them now to legalize and give everybody license to carry gun. That's the only way. No police can take care of Nigeria again. Nobody can. No police in Nigeria is porous. And now the fake soldiers. How do you hear in the north that somebody who just left Boko Haram is now the chief? He's now taking. He's the prison controller. Prison what? Controller. You are talking about Muslim or Muslim tickets. They only by Kuje prison. They said some hours before they went to invade the place, they made the armies to leave the place. Then they said anything they wanted to do in Nigeria, they want to attack anywhere, Buhari must be aware of it. And all those people they brought in here, let us try and pray for our life. Pray for you to survive. The very time they wanted to do all those hanky-panky in Edo State, Tinubu was telling them what they are going to do, but the people stood their rights. And they brought what they want there. Either they like it or not. The man was still there till tomorrow.
That's God doing over.
Yes, because these people can be making their noise. We down here doing the right thing we're supposed to do. Then when you look at what we're facing now, you're talking about Muslim tickets.
Yes, sir.
Now, how much are they buying maize in Lagos now?
Almost 200 naira. Piece of
200.
200, sir.
Is it dollar again?
No, sir. It's
okay.
Local farm.
Because they will bring yam from the north, they bring potato from the north, millet from the north, rice from the north, and all the Muslims you are taking ticket. Go all over the whole Lagos, anywhere in Nigeria, is the Fulani and the houses are selling rice. All the rice they seized from the normal Yoruba and Igbo, they will now give it to the people to sell. What you are going to buy 10 naira in Lagos, when you get to Kano, Kaduna, and Borno, is 2 naira.
2 naira.
So if you know what is true, they seize from you. And this is the governance they want. Go to port. If you wanted to go to Kano by Friday, you want to go to Yoruba by Friday, you want to go to Adamawa on Friday, you cannot get ticket. Because all the dollars they make in the port, they are taking it home. They've changed it to what into dollar, they are taking it home. You will see some seats in first class. The big bag that is on the seat is money. The controller is taking it to all the emirs and everything. You are talking about governance. Governance has collapsed. Even before the Civil War. Who do you wanted to make to go and speak in the north for Tinubu? Is it Yoruba man from Hunde Okitipupa that wanted to go his running mate as a Christian? He will now go and learn Muslim how to campaign in English, in Arabic, or in and look at those people in the Senate now. When they are asking Tinubu his certificate, the chief, the man in the top of a judge, the chief judge,
he just resigned.
He does not resign. He did Arabic. It's a Sharia law that he studied.
He's a Sharia law expert, sir.
Yes, sir. Then he has about 29 children. And then they raise his salary to 3 million per month. So automatically, even go and look at his record. Because his person is in the government. He was the highly paid chief judge. I think a minister so far in the whole Nigeria.
Judge.
In the history of Nigeria. Somebody taking 3 million naira a month. What is he doing? They look at the people now, they are now sending their children to House of Assembly. The son of the governor of Kaduna is going to House of Assembly. The governor of
former Lamido.
Yes, all of their children are not going there because they have already put heavy load on us. Ibori's who is
Ibori's daughter?
Yes, wanted to go there.
Then even Oduagan's daughter too.
Okay.
Former governor.
So you see,
daughter too.
Yes. Then where is Benga Sabe's family? Where is Obaseki's family? Where are these people? You are not told. You see, ìyà ti jẹ wá kọjá pátá. Other men don't bother to show you. To the quality to you to gbé gbogbo ọ̀nà lílọ. olómi ò ní wọ private part òun ó máa nù tó bá délé ni o.
He can go and sleep in the church.
abeg ọmọ ló máa nù tó bá délé ó máa tijú ó máa ti gbogbo ẹ̀bọ̀n ní omi ti dé waste ẹ̀ o wá ń bèrè pé madam hope water did not enter your private part. Is that anything there? Kí ló yàtọ̀ sínú yẹn àní kó ti délé kó jẹun abeg.
Go there, we call West as well.
ẹ ṣe ó wẹ̀ kó wẹ̀ kí ló kàn ẹ́ òjò lòun fẹ́ lù ẹ́ rain want to beat you and you said that you have everybody as your friend unless you carry umbrella. If you carry umbrella too, the wind can still twist the umbrella and make you walk in the rain.
Several liters carry.
Yes, now leave the ticket alone. Just let us pray. Let the Lord do the best. We want the best from the Almighty God, but that is the last sermon I preached before I traveled. The Lord said we cannot get anything from Him again. We should go and fight ourselves. We should go and what?
Fight
ourselves. Yes. Àwọn tó wà níwájú ti jí ẹ lọ bá wọn jà.
Àwọn tó wọ́n ti gba Musa. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ra wọn lọ́wọ́ sá. So you have to fight to take it back.
And when it happened in Egypt, do they not fight for it?
They fought for it.
They fought for it.
They fought mercy and took it out.
But nobody want to wound in Nigeria. Everybody want to be in suits. I want to come and speak grammar. Let's see how it goes.
In fact, people are even asking that a gentleman like Pastor Babasha David Lawal, the former SGF, I mean, who is from Adamawa and is a northerner, a Christian northerner, former Secretary General of this federation. I mean, a great man, a gentleman who is one of those who is.
But if the Lord did not fix him there, do you want to go and kill him? But don't you remember 1 Samuel 15 and 16? He said, do you still have any other children? They asked the man, do you have any other children? He said, yes, one. He will never stay home. He always like to go and what? Take care of the flocks.
In the bush.
He said, we will not sit down until it comes. That's all. That's all. And when Tinubu, when Babangida, the present president, when he collected the power the other day, his head was not nice. And when Yadua collected even the battle, so the head was not nice. Because they said they will never allow the youth to reign. Is Abati not a young man? You see what come out of Abati? What about the other man again in Kogi? You see, he's not a young man. Then you see the other one again. Look at all the young people. Look at the Meji Bankole and the other one.
Ogun State.
The Meji Bankole and the man who was a governor now. Adamawa, Yola, Tabua.
Okay, Damwa is Sokoto.
They all went there now to go and use the House of Assembly to borrow money. They knew all these things before it comes. And look at the time you brought the other man who is now with APC, Omishore. And you look at all these people. When Atiku was a young man in Nigeria, what can we say he's doing to this country? But he knew he's from Cameroon. But all of them knew they are not from Nigeria. That's the problem. Half of what Nigeria did not have, they've sent it to Niger. So when Buhari retired, then he goes there and enjoy those things. Then you are looking for the house he built in his village in Nigeria, Daura. So it's only 1 toilet, 2 toilet. Who forced him not to build the modern clothes house? Why are you using that to fake us? Even the power bike the son was riding can even build a house in VCG. So he said, he didn't have interest. He said, the youth are lazy. Then your son is on power bike in the night, just cruising and sleep during the day. You know, and look at his daughter of late.
Well,
after giving birth to 5 children somewhere,
no, 6 children somewhere,
and coming back again.
Very beautiful lady, sir.
I don't know how to. I don't know. Yes, 6 children. 6.
Yeah, she married.
Yes, married. Yeah, that's how. Even the wife of
the third wife, sir.
Even the daughter of Babangida, that's how they recycle the whole thing.
That one married.
No, they didn't work. They don't work.
As the third wife, she married. She left Senator Basha in Kano to marry Governor Shinkavi as the third wife. Until the governor lost election second time, then she went back to her father's house, sir.
So these are the people who are, and when you look at Job 14, Job 15, Job 16, and then Job 17, see the whole thing. Even when you can, if you check Job 23 from 1 to 5, he said all these things. He said everything.
Nígbà náà ni Jóòbù sì dáhùn wípé àní lónìí ni ọ̀ràn mi korò ọwọ́ mi sì wúwo sí ìkérúdà mi èmi ìbá mọ ibi tí èmi ìbá wá Ọlọ́run rí kí èmi kí ó tọ̀ ọ́ lọ sí ibùjókòó rẹ̀ èmi ìbá sì tò ọ̀ràn náà níwájú rẹ̀ ẹnu mi ìbá sì kún fún àròyé èmi ìbá sì mọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí òun ò bá fi dá mi lóhùn òye ohun tí ìbá wí a sì yé mi. Bí wàá fi agbára ńlá bá mi wíjọ́ bí rárá o kìkì òun ò sì kíyèsí mi níbẹ̀ ni olódodo lè bá wíjọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi ò sì bọ́ ní ọwọ́ onídàájọ́ mi láéláé sì wò ó bí èmi bá lọ sí ìhà ìlà oòrùn kò sí níbẹ̀ àti sí ìwọ̀ oòrùn ni èmi kò sì róye rẹ̀ ní ìhà àríwá bí ó bá ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ èmi kò rí ó fi ara rẹ̀ pamọ́ ní ìhà gúúsù tí èmi kò lè rí ṣùgbọ́n òun mọ ọ̀nà tí èmi ń tọ̀ ní ìgbà tí ó bá ń dán mi wò èmi ò jáde bíi wúrà.
This is quite revealing, sir. This is revealing.
So don't worry, all the reporters, journalists, just as if, look at Delegiwa. He died like a chicken. They knew the plan they had for him. He never knew the plan. Look how they silent him. Look at the other one, Taisho Lani, and all of them. Look at Awolowo. Look at the people. Even the first merger, Zik and the people, and Saudana and the people there.
Yes, sir.
It was the wrong one too. It was a wrong. Yeah, it was the wrong one. Can you compare these people with Pai Modu? Can you compare it with them? And don't be related to Baba Atiya. The only Pijo was what he used throughout. Everybody now wanted to amass wealth for themselves. If somebody, a president can tell you, he never trust anybody than his own tribe, then why does he collect the vote of other people? Why don't he even say his tribe should vote for him? That's the president. He said, if you see any Boko Haram people did something bad in your area, he said, treat them like a nobleman. Somebody who killed your wife. The president was even telling us when he came to power that we should deal with them what? Like a normal person. You know the number of people that died in Plateau? Look at that, my friend that was in the first bank the other day.
CBN.
CBN. He mentioned everything. They pursued him to death. So that's how. So don't worry about campus or ticket or no ticket. So any other questions?
So yes, the thing is that people are still saying that what is the prospect of 2023 now? Do we keep praying because the Lord revealed that we should be using Psalm 109 and some other associated?
Yeah, because there are people who, the stakeholders,
okay, sir,
they will be dying like chicken. That's what he said they want to do. You remember the book of Joshua 10. And then when you look at Joshua 5, and when they said march around the wall of Jericho and then shout, he said we should be praying. And we will never stop praying.
We should pray?
Yeah, but God believes in action. In Joshua 10, can you start from 10? He said lean on their neck. It's not a matter of joke. Joshua 10 from 6.
Àwọn ọkùnrin Gíbíónì sì ránṣẹ́ sí Joshua ní ibùdó ní Gilgali pé má ṣe fa ọwọ́ rẹ sẹ́yìn kúrò lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ìránṣẹ́ rẹ gòkè tọ̀ wá wá kánkán kí o sì gbà wá kí o sì ràn wá lọ́wọ́ nítorí tí gbogbo àwọn ọba Ámórì ti ń gbé orí òkè kójọpọ̀ sí wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Joshua gòkè láti Gilgali lọ òun àti gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ogun pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ àti gbogbo àwọn alágbára akọni. Olúwa sì fún Joshua pé má ṣe bẹ̀rù wọn nítorí tí mo ti fi wọ́n lé ọ lọ́wọ́ kì yóò sí ọkùnrin kan nínú wọn tí yóò lè dúró níwájú rẹ. Joshua sì yọ sí wọn lójijì ó sì gòkè láti Gilgali lọ ní gbogbo òru náà. Olúwa sì fọ́ wọn níwájú Ísírẹ́lì ó sì pa wọ́n ní ìpakúpa ní Gíbíónì ó sì lépa wọn ní ọ̀nà òkè Beth-horoni ó sì pa wọ́n dé Aseka àti Makeda ó sì ṣe bí wọ́n ti ń sá níwájú Ísírẹ́lì tí wọ́n dé gẹ̀rẹ́gẹ̀rẹ́ Beth-horoni Olúwa rọ yìnyín ńlá sí wọn láti ọ̀run wá títí dé Aseka wọ́n sì kú. Àwọn tí ó ti ipa yìnyín kú ó pọ̀ ju àwọn tí àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì fi dà pa lọ. Ní ìgbà náà ni Joshua fún Olúwa ní ọjọ́ tí Olúwa fi àwọn Ámórì fún àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì ó sì wí ní ojú Ísírẹ́lì pé ìwọ oòrùn dúró jẹ́ lórí Gíbíónì àti ìwọ òṣùpá ní àfonífojì ajá lónìí oòrùn sì dúró jẹ́ òṣùpá sì dúró títí àwọn ènìyàn fi gbẹ̀san lára àwọn ọ̀tá wọn.
So you look at the three candidates now. Bola Tinubu choose Kashim Shettima. That is, as a Muslim, so people is saying that Asiwaju and Shettima is Ashishi 2023. Then you see Peter Obi choose Dr. Dati, a university owner in Abuja, a very viral and popular Kaduna-based professor. You know. Then we have the other guy, Peter Obi. Okay, that's Peter Obi that choose. Then we have Atiku choose Governor Okowa. He's supposed to have chosen Wike, but based on principle, he chose Okowa of Delta, though the people of Delta say he has not paid their salary, the workers and all that, but that's one by the side. Then this morning, as we are coming to you, Kwakwanso, NPP, that Peter Obi was begging to come and deputize him, but said he cannot deputize anybody, has now choose one Archbishop Idahosa from Edo State. He's a miracle worker, he's the owner of Lekki Light Ministry. And so you look at it that this Kwakwanso from the north has been lucky to choose a man of God and somebody from Edo State. So what's the spiritual significance for Kwakwanso looking into the future strategically and choosing a man of God, a man that has performed miracles in his church, that people are even falling down, very power anointed man, who is also a prophet who sees the future. And you know,
how many prediction has he given to you?